I'm Raven.
And I'm Mouse.
And now for something a little different. Mouse, I thought we could just sit and talk a little bit about the games we're playing that aren't on either our individual channels or RavenMouseHour. So I kind of wanted to start with you about a game you're playing currently that is not being covered.
So at the moment, I am playing through Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Nice.
Which I've played tons and tons of times.
Same.
But I've never really covered it properly on anything, which would be really cool to do.
Yeah.
In the future, but it can be really fun, really frustrating at sometimes because of the controls and how Harry moves. But yeah.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about why that game specifically? What about it makes it so fun and so replayable?
Okay, so sometimes in one playthrough you could have loads of points, or so basically how it works is there's these prefects that can either tell you off for going around at night, and you will lose tons of freaking what do they call it? Tons of
the house points. Yeah.
And there could be one playthrough where you don't have any house points, or there could be one playthrough where you do have loads of house points and you win the house cup. So
right.
For all, but what makes it so replayable is you can, I don't know, it's how the gameplay works with it. It just makes it so fun, so enjoyable, and it doesn't always make you want to give up, and just makes you want to try again. So
yeah,
that's
if I'm not mistaken, like I'm trying to remember because I've played that before, like ages and ages ago. It's kind of quasi open world, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because there's sometimes you have to do like not quests, but if you know what I mean, like there's like these little like missions you have to go and do for certain students on the house notice board, and you choose one, and you have to find a certain object, or a certain maybe like a object to bring back to the student,
right? And
they give you like a, I think it's a card, I believe. I can't quite remember, but that's the one thing I do remember about that game.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. I remember having a lot of fun with that game.
But what about you, Raven? Are you playing anything at the moment that's not being done at the moment on here or anywhere else?
Yeah, so I'm playing Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel.
Oh, nice.
And I'm getting deep into the series because of my brother. He's also playing the games and super into them. So it's been a lot of fun. So I'm gonna play 1 and 2 on my Vita, and then I'm going back. So, well, I'm sure somebody has thought of a way to cast and record that, but I'm sure it requires a little bit of taking to the high seas. So I'm gonna just stick to chilling out on my couch with Trails of Cold Steel 1 for now.
Ah, nice. So is Trials of Cold Steel like a RPG element thing?
Yeah,
or is it...
yeah, it's like it's by Falcom.
Okay.
Maybe at that point it's Nihon Falcom. I can't remember, but yeah, but it's super. I mean, it's just so fun. Yeah, super immersive. There are quests or missions like with Chamber of Secrets, and you get like AP points, so you're graded on your missions and your excursions, and you have to get so many to get extra bonuses and stuff. So kind of similar to the house points, except you can't lose any, so that's nice. But you can definitely miss things. So world immersion is like super important and very much rewarded. Although it is a lot of like talking to every single NPC, which at the end of the day, like you're just kind of rapidly hitting the X button. Like, I don't really care what you're saying. I just need to know I'm not missing something. So, I mean, I'm sure other people do it, quote unquote, right. But right now it's kind of just boiling down to, okay, let's just get to, is there a hidden quest here or not? Like,
yeah. Wow. That sounds, okay. So it doesn't play like Final Fantasy at all then? Or is it?
I'm trying to think, because there have been, I mean, several battle systems, right, in the Final Fantasy series as a whole. I'm trying to think if there's a close match, because like it's turn order, so it's actually I think this is also Squaresoft, Square Enix. Romancing Saga. I know Saga Frontier, which I think is part of or some kind of spin-off-esque of Romancing Saga and all the other things. So like one of the games in that, I think, franchise, but don't quote me, is Saga Scarlet Grace, and they had like the turn order. So you see, like, you know how sometimes games on the left-hand side, they'll have like thumbnail images of who's up next in the round of combat or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because you like delay enemies. So and try to like move up your characters in the turn order so you can deal damage and not take any. And you can also, some of your moves can delay enemy actions, like move them further down the chain so that more of your party members can do things before the enemy even has a chance. So there's a lot of strategy involved, and that's what I like. That's a really interesting way to kind of make turn-based combat interesting, and not stale. Is, well, you're not guaranteed, like enemies can do the same shit to you, and it's like, well, you're not guaranteed this place in combat. It's not like your gauge fills and it's your turn. Plus, I mean, it's like AoE, like cones, like all that good stuff of like how your attack, like what kind of radius or potential your attack has. Like it could be single target, or you could try to strategically position yourself and even position the enemies so that you can deal maximum damage, basically.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
Super fun. But if you want to play the entire series, it is a commitment.
So did you say they're kind of on Steam, or?
At this point, I think Steam is actually your best bet to get into the series. If you don't have a Vita or a PSP even, because like, I believe they have every single game. PS4 does not, which I'm just like, why, man? You decided Trails of Cold Steel, which was, I guess, maybe the most commercially successful in North America.
Yeah.
But they don't, at this point of recording, I don't think they have any of the Trails in the Sky games on the PlayStation Store for either PS4 or 5. So if you want access to the early games to really get into the series, Steam is probably going to be your best bet.
Right, okay. Well, maybe that's something we can look into for future, ideas. Maybe.
Yeah, potentially. Just get ready for a long haul. Do you have another game you want to talk about?
Oh, let's see here. So, I've been playing a bit, and I say a bit of Sonic Adventure DX.
Ooh, nice.
I haven't played so much of it because I got lost. But it's for an old game that came out on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea they had a PC port of that game. until the start of this year. So
Yeah.
because I've got both adventure games. I've got one and two. Which, fun fact, the second game was the first ever game to have shadowing.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I didn't know that. I had to find out on the internet. So, but it's a fun game. It can be a bit tedious with how Sonic moves and all that stuff, but all in all, fun game.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to finish it, so maybe that's one we can both do together, which would be really fun.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. I mean, I haven't really done a lot of Sonic in my life except for Sonic Heroes on PS2. Right, that's what it's called, I think. Yeah.
Sonic Heroes, yeah.
Yeah. Just because like the original Sonics, like I've tried them, they're so fast paced, and I just like lose my mind trying to keep track of where that little blue freak is at any given time. Like, you expect me to keep track of him and not die or fall or whatever? Like, okay, it's asking a lot here.
All in all, because you don't just get to play Sonic in Adventures. You get to play as Tails, Knuckles, and I can't remember who else. But they also did like a load of mods for it as well, where you get to play as like Robotnik and all that stuff.
Ooh, nice.
which makes no sense. But,
yeah. That's funny.
Seeing freaking Robotnik going around the what do they call it? Where Sonic goes around loopy loops.
Oh, right.
Seeing Robotnik do that, it just makes no sense at all.
I'm picturing it. That's funny.
Yeah, so am I. Oh, but yeah, those are the games that I had been playing recently.
Yeah.
Is there any second one for you?
So this is so speaking of like blue mascots,
Cool.
Mega Man Legends.
Oh.
For the PS1, it is. I mean, have you ever played it?
I've never played properly. I've never properly played a Mega Man game.
Okay, well, Mega Man Legends is nothing like what most people think about when they think about Mega Man.
Is it side-scroller?
It is not. It is an RPG.
What?
Yeah. Best category I would put. I mean, RPG is like reductive as hell, but I would say probably action RPG. So it still has his Buster gun, right? His classic Buster gun, but
yeah,
you are like marooned on this island, and you have to like make friends with the town. Mega Man does, when you start, he doesn't even have his helmet. You are like, so Roll's there. I forget the professor's name. Not Dr. Light. I can't. No, I think it's someone else, but maybe. But anyway, so you're like exploring ruins, looking for treasure. Sorry, ruins. Why am I saying it like I'm from somewhere else in the United States? Right. So you are trying to look for treasure, and he doesn't even have his helmet, his classic recognizable helmet when you start. He's just classic JRPG, this spiky-headed kid. And you have to go through and upgrade your equipment, upgrade all the... You can get like these boots that like let you glide around.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And there are like mini games and challenges that are kind of annoying, like some like races through the city, and you get like special upgraded stuff. So it's super cool. And a lot of like dungeon exploration and stuff like that as you go through the ruins looking for better treasure. But it is a lot of fun. They had the first game and then a sequel, both on PS1. Ooh. So if you ever find it, I mean, I I think I love those just because that's the type of game I gravitate toward. I love those more than the main series, but the main series is super fun too. I mean, probably my favorite, just because of the memories, is Mega Man 8, which was on PS1.
Wow. How many freaking Mega Man games were there?
That's a great question.
Jeez.
I mean, if you're just sticking to the regular numbers, I can't remember. But then there's like X, there's Mega Man Battle Network, there's, I mean,
oh jeez, it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, there are. I mean, Mega Man Legends is one of many spin-offs. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
that's gonna be fun to see, because
yeah.
me with, like, you know, them games where you gotta go shoot certain enemies and you gotta go up to a certain, you know, it's like platformers.
Yeah.
With, you know, shooting. I just can't. I don't like old-fashioned side scrollers for some reason. I don't mind Mario and all that stuff, but it's just when they complicate things.
Right.
It's just there's no point in it.
Yeah. Well, listen. Thanks for talking about games with me.
Hey, no worries.
You all in the audience, if you heard any games that we mentioned that you're like, we'd like to, you know, if not a full playthrough. I mean, a full playthrough, if you really want it and you're asking for it, we'll do it. But if you just want to see what we're talking about beyond the clips that are in this video, let us know. We can do a portion of it together, kind of talk through what we, you know, if you played it and you have memories of it, you can talk through what you love about it, why that might be your favorite part, or like what makes that part so cool, and vice versa. But yeah, we're kind of adding this in just for a little bit of extra stuff here.
Oh yeah, indeed. It gives us like a way to communicate with you guys, and to get your feedback of what you want to see in the future, basically. It's gonna be fun to see things like that later on down the line.
Absolutely.
I have been Mouse.
And I've been Raven.
And thank you for joining us for the talk.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace.